So I'm on my way to check out some new tires. My OEM tires are, well, it's complicated. My front wheel is completely worn down after just 4,000 kilometers. I've gone 4,500 now, and there's basically nothing left. They are exactly at the point where they have to be changed. There still are tread on them, but it's exactly the you have to change your tires level. So I'm going to have to change them out. So I'm going to check out some prices and stuff. However, the rear tire is completely, I'm not going to say completely new, but it looks like it has at least 2,000 or 3,000 kilometers left. Easy. They barely look worn, which is kind of weird. I talked to the Kawasaki dealer. He said that one of the things that can happen with OEM tires, they're not as massive as the original version of that tire. Same quality, same grip, same everything, except that they are usually a little smaller, so they won't last as long. And that's pretty much what I got from the internet too. Same quality, but made cheaper by cutting the mass of the tire, which makes the bike feel lighter, makes the tires feel great from pretty much day one, because they are lighter, the unsprung mass is lower, etc, etc. But they wear fast, and yeah. So what I'm going to do is just switch out the front wheel with probably a Metzeler M9RR, but I'm also considering the M9RR. I'm going with Metzeler because I ride every rideable day, and that includes when it's cold, when it rains. The only month I haven't ridden the last year is December. I rode all the way to November last year, and I rode my first bike in January this year. Or I rode my bike for the first time in January this year. So basically I need a tire that's capable of riding at every temperature, and although the Bridgestones are good and the Michelin is good, I've been recommended by several parties to go with Metzeler, as they are pretty much the best when it comes to this specific climate that I'm in, which is why you see them a lot in Germany and Europe. I tried to Google or YouTube search M9RR reviews, and they're pretty much all in German. So that tells me that they are a very typical Northern European choice. But I'm not married to those tires, so if I find something different very soon, I'm willing to change my mind on that. But as it stands right now, it'll probably be either of those two. Was considering the Roadtech 01, but I don't know, I'm really using the tire. I ride pretty aggressively, pretty sporty. and I'm afraid that I won't be able to get the performance I need. So yeah, we shall see. So I'll do a quick stop and show you the tires and how they wear completely different. So my last set of OEM tires was on the MT09. On those tires, the front tires, after I think I did about 7,000 kilometers on those tires, on the OEM tires, and the front wheel was perfectly fine, could be used for at least a couple of thousand more, but the rear tire was completely done, which is why I'm surprised that the rear tire is so less worn than the front tire on this bike. Of course, this bike's weigh a lot more than the MT09, and I'm forward lean, so all the weight is sort of concentrated on the front wheel. So I can understand that the weight may actually be so much more on the front wheel. But the fact that I rode really carefully at least the first 1,000 kilometers, I would say the first 1,600, I'm real surprised at how much wear there were on that bike, on the front wheel. See, there's nothing. It's at the head limits, and chicken strip is pretty much all the way out there. But yeah, this needs to be changed. You can see that I ride harder on the right, in the left corners. That's typical. I'll show you the rear too. Can barely see it's used. Still got thousands of kilometers on it. So let's quickly put this all the way up. Minimize the weather. This is a good time to click the traction control into rain mode. Actually, I'll put the power in rain mode too, but it's raining really heavily right now. Oh, I got water on the inside of the helmet. That's great. Yeah, I'm just gonna go home. It was supposed to rain, so I'm not surprised that it started raining, but I really was hoping it wouldn't start until I got back. It's not like I was going to be out for a long time, but oh. I have a pin lock for this helmet, but I never attached it. Or that is, I did attach it, but it smelled so bad, and I got sick from it, so I had to just take it off. So I don't have a pin lock, so it's getting foggy when it rains, which I did not account for. That's just me being stupid. I should have known. Oh shit, this is slippery as fuck. There's oil everywhere. Damn. You can literally see the oil on top of the water. There's been some sort of accident there probably. So I'm gonna use more rear brake right now, because I don't trust that front even at low speeds. Like, about a week ago, I think, or was it 2 weeks ago, I was out riding, and it rained worse than it does now, for sure. But I hydroplaned at 45 kilometers an hour. That's like 25 miles per hour, and the front just went like crazy. So I know for sure that hydroplaning is a danger right now. And there's a lot of water here. I'm gonna break even more. Shit, there's way too much water. It's supposed to rain a lot today, so it was a gamble getting out anyway. But I thought it was worth the gamble, and I still do. I'm going to the highway, and there still are some tread left in that front, so it's not like I'm riding the bald tires. It's just not gonna be great if there's a lot of water. So I just gotta stick to the less watery places. Oh, I can feel the water running down inside the jacket. That's not good. That's not good at all. Hopefully you can see. I was hoping you wouldn't get any water on the camera, but the droplets are pretty big right now. I think they're gonna hit everything. My gloves are completely soaked already. So am I, for that matter. I'm gonna take this one because I'm going this way. Oh, we're gonna do a little bit of filtering in the rain. I don't like that, but I'm not standing still in rain for extended period of time. So I saw some dude do this, put on the hazard lights when he was splitting lanes. I thought that was a good idea. I don't know if it's legal though. Maybe I should check that out. But at least that shows you that, because a lot of people just blink to the left, but then people think you're going just left, and they think they can pass you on the right, and then you go between them and shit could happen. So the thing I like about the low setting of speed on this bike is that, unlike my MT09 where you still had max power at max throttle, this just limits the reaction by 30%. So at full throttle you're at 70%, meaning the rest of the spectre is also less. So it's easier to give it smaller amounts of throttle than it is when you have 100% at the top. It still has a linear throttle, it just doesn't have a top horsepower effect in the way it usually has. So I think it's very helpful for several situations. One of them being when it rains, and one of them being when you're just cruising and you want to keep a steady pace. So I've got my fingers and my foot on the brake here, because some asshole just throw themselves into the road, so gotta be ready. And people like this who just decides to leave for no reason. You could at least have gone all the way to the front here. You could literally pass right through here, just go straight, and you could avoid the lines in traffic. Yeah, riding in the rain is never fun. but it's a lot less fun when you're wearing leathers. Although it's not completely uncomfortable, especially with the windscreen all the way up. Basically, just my arms and the top of my chest, like almost all the way up to the neck, that I'm actually getting water. Most of my torso and basically all of my legs, except for the outside, still dry.